The cost of the refurbishment and the time it will take used to scare me a lot. In this video, I want to talk about how I save time, money, and stress on my property refurbishments and also give you my 7 top tips. Sense of excitement and achievement tended to end when I picked up the keys and rushed to see the property. Once inside, I don't remember it looking this bad when I viewed it. Previously, I would make a vague list of all the items that needed doing, and I would spend the next couple of weeks getting quotes from local contractors, asking them if they agreed with me. I now realize that I was going about it the wrong way. The cost of the refurbishment and the time it will take used to scare me a lot, and that's one of the reasons why I started my investment journey in Birmingham as opposed to central London. By not facing my fears, I was leaving lots of money on the table. I was putting down a 25% deposit, completing minimal cosmetic works, and then not refinancing the property because I felt I hadn't added enough value to justify a mega uplift. My first project in Battersea in central London allowed me to overcome my fear of the refurbishment. We purchased a 1-bedroom apartment for $237,000, which we converted into a 2-bedroom apartment by moving the kitchen into the living room and creating an open plan kitchen diner. And we completed a full refurbishment. After 6 months of ownership, we refinanced this apartment onto a buy-to-let mortgage, and the end value came back at £320,000. Tip number 1, getting a development or refurbishment loan. The advantages of using a refurbishment loan is that it allows you to do more than one project at the same time. It puts less pressure on your own financial resources, and it builds up your confidence and credibility with the lender. The only downside is that you will get charged interest on the loan, but if you take these costs into account in your initial deal analysis, then these costs shouldn't come as a surprise. Number 2, costed schedule of works with timelines. When viewing properties, I used to literally just walk around looking at the property. I didn't used to take any notes or photos. Actually, I was more focused on building up a relationship with the estate agent and finding out as much as I possibly could about the property and the circumstances of the owner. I wanted to build a picture to see if I was able to negotiate a discount on the property. It's not that all I was focused on was the discount, but what I didn't want was to overpay for a property. There's a big difference between what the property is listed for and what offers the property has received and what the owner will accept. For example, if the property had been on for a number of months, had had lots of viewings and a few offers here and there, I would want to know where the offers roughly were at and what the owner might accept. And some other questions I would ask would be, how long has the property been on the market? Have there been many viewings? What's been the general feedback? What's the situation of the sellers? Have there been any offers? Do you have any idea what the owner is willing to accept? So now what I do is every time I view a property, I will still walk through the property and have a good conversation with the agent. This seems to be the best time, as usually the agent is likely to have another viewing after you, and if not, they will be most likely running off to another viewing. So I want to capitalize on their time. Once I have seen the property, I will ask if it's okay for me to make a video and take some photos of the property. If yes, I will start at the front of the property and talk through what I'm seeing and list any issues or concerns that I have in the video. I will go through every room talking about the conditions of the floors, the walls, the doors, the windows, the ceilings, and I will record the consumer unit and the boiler, or if I see anything significant such as cracks in the walls or any signs of damp. I will make sure I make a video of the back of the property, including the roof and state of the gardens. I will put together a schedule of works and send this video and photos to my builder and ask him to review or use the information to budget the refurbishment costs and use this as a basis for my project analysis and ultimately my offer. I will also add 10 to 15% as a contingency to my total budget so that in the event that there are additional works, there are no surprises. Number 3, get 3 quotes using your schedule of works. On my first project in London, I actually got more than 5 quotes. I wasn't familiar with the area and therefore used sites such as My Builder, Trusted Trader and checkertrade.com. Number 4, Either get a fixed price quote, or if you choose to project manage your own project, get an idea of the day rate and time it is likely to take. You can actually save a significant amount of money on the refurbishment if you choose to project manage the project yourself. And you can save a significant amount of money by shopping around for materials. If you don't, then definitely find a builder who will complete the project end to end. Number 5, always get 3 quotes. If you are having all the works completed by a builder, always make sure you get 3 quotes and make sure you use the same schedule of works so that you are getting quotes that are like for like. Number 6, cost is a consideration, but delivery also is very important in the current climate. We've been willing to pay more for materials if it has meant that we are able to get them sooner. The same applies when looking for builders or tradespeople. Sometimes it's worth waiting for someone if they can't start straight away. If you feel you've made a good connection with that person and you feel that they will complete the job as requested in the time stated, cheap is not always cheerful. You get what you pay for. Some people are only focused on the price, but I genuinely believe you get what you pay for. It's very important to look at who your target market is when completing a refurbishment, but you need to make sure that you are not customizing it for your own tastes, but are designing it for the end user. For the projects we've completed in central London, we used an interior designer to ensure that we were maximizing the space. We knew we were looking for professional tenants. This ensures that not only are you achieving more than the market rent for your property, also you are more likely to attract a tenant who wants to stay for the longer term, and also more importantly, looks after your apartment as if it was their home.